Washington, Wednesday at 8 on KPTV, Oregon's 12.
The U.S. steps up its bombing campaign in eastern Afghanistan. We'll have the latest on the war on terror.
Closer to home, vandals target dozens of parks in Clackamas County, so many that the county now cannot afford to fix the damage. And the official Star Trek convention is beaming into Portland this weekend. The 10 o'clock news starts right now.
Live, Anna Katayama, Chris Murphy, Monica Guzza with the pinpoint forecast, and Dan Christopherson Sports. This is the 10 o'clock news.
Good evening. Thanks for joining us. U.S. warplanes are targeting eastern Afghanistan this weekend. One region filled with tunnels and caves has been targeted now repeatedly over the last few days.
Meanwhile, U.S. soldiers remember their fallen comrades who died in this week's plane crash. Gary Bauer has more.
Strikes continue in eastern Afghanistan. Allied bombers led by U.S. B-52s pounded al-Qaeda facilities all day and into the night. Laser-guided bombs were reportedly being used on targets near the city of Khost. Friday's airstrikes were aimed at tunnel complexes and above-ground camps in the same area. While the White House says progress is being made in Afghanistan, it maintains there's much more to be done.
It's a long-term challenge. It's one that this president, this administration is keenly focused on.
30 more war detainees arrived at the Kandahar detention facility Saturday. Some of them could be sent to the prison known as Camp X-Ray at the U.S. Naval Base in Guantanamo Bay, Cuba. The first group of 20 al-Qaeda and Taliban prisoners arrived there Friday.
We have a layered security setup where there's multi-layered from internal to the external security forces, and we're treating them to maintain positive control. And most of the time, we will outnumber them whenever they're out of their cells.
Meanwhile, the military conducted a memorial service in Kandahar to pay tribute to some fallen comrades. 7 Marines were killed Wednesday when their military refueling plane struck a mountainside in Pakistan. 5 of the bodies have been recovered from the crash site. Marines hope they will recover the remaining 2 bodies. The Pentagon says there is no indication enemy fire caused the crash, but the investigation continues. I'm George Bauer reporting.
To help that country ravaged by war, more local help is on the way to Afghanistan. Today, 4 volunteers left from PDX to treat the sick and malnourished near Mazar-e-Sharif in northern Afghanistan. The volunteers are from Northwest medical teams. They include a nurse and a firefighter from Vancouver, a physician from Seattle, and a pediatric specialist from Portland.
Know roughly what's going to happen, that there's going to be a horrendous situation which has both got some political connotations, nutritional catastrophes, medical needs that are absolutely enormous, housing needs which are enormous, and heating needs. It's a mixture of 5 problems. And how it's going to play out for our team, I really don't know.
Northwest Medical Teams plans to send at least 20 volunteer medical teams to Afghanistan as part of its $1 million medical relief program.
A man arrested on federal weapons charges, that is, in the weeks following the September 11th attacks, is indicted by a federal grand jury on several counts of fraud. 39-year-old Ali Khaled Stati is accused of unlawfully obtaining American citizenship. He is also accused of credit card fraud, possessing a false identification card, making false statements in an application for Medicaid, and misusing Social Security numbers. Stati's trial is set for May the 7th. A rash of vandalism at local parks is costing taxpayers tens of thousands of dollars in Clackamas County. The situation there is so bad now that the Park District has decided that it will no longer make repairs at least one of its sites. Jesse Lafarge and Trevor Smith enjoy skateboarding at the Sunnyside Village Green Transit Hub.
It's like flat and smooth. Other places are all rocky and hard to skate.
But over the last few years, their favorite site has undergone a slow and steady destruction.
It was a nice place at one time, and it's too bad vandalizers, had to destroy it.
We had a couple of bike racks, one here, one over on the far side of the plaza.
Vandals have damaged bike racks, chopped down trees.
As you can see up here, this is one of the trees that actually used to sit here. Someone tore it out and deposited it on top of the arbor for us.
They've busted light bulbs and destroyed the park fountain.
It's very frustrating, and we have replaced things and repaired things many times.
Maintenance workers have been to this park close to 100 times over the last few years. In the North Clackamas Parks and Recreation District, vandals did $21,000 worth of damage at 13 sites last year alone.
And the unfortunate thing is that's taxpayer dollars, and that's money that can be used to operate programs and services or provide other amenities like benches or picnic tables.
Instead, the Park District deals with burned restrooms and play structures. Trees valued at $2,500 apiece cut down, and at least one field burned.
Oh, it's very disappointing. I mean, we walk by here every day. We don't want it to be destroyed, or, you know, not having any trees in here really makes a big difference.
At the transit hub, the Park District has decided it can't afford to make any more repairs, forcing skateboarders to make do.
Like the streets and stuff, it's kind of hard to skateboard there. It's just where we all know each other here.
If you have any information that might help police find the vandals, you are asked to call the Clackamas County Sheriff's Office. The phone number there is 503-655-8211. Well, tax activist Bill Sizemore says that he will file as an independent in the race for governor if Labor Commissioner Jack Roberts gets the Republican nomination. Sizemore says that he would be willing to drop out of the race if the Republicans nominated somebody who is, quote, reasonably conservative. But Sizemore says that he will definitely run if Roberts is the nominee. Sizemore was soundly defeated as the Republican nominee for governor back in 1998 when he ran against Democratic incumbent John Kitzhaber.
Also in governmental matters, a very big day today in Portland. Your chance to weigh in on the new city budget. This is the first in a series of budget forums that drew dozens of concerned citizens to the King facility in Northeast Portland. The forums allow you to connect with the budget process and help set priorities for the city. That has never been more important since nearly $15 million must be cut this year from the general fund.
This is a very difficult task. When they're finished, they've been really disheartened by the fact that we're talking about major reductions now in the budget for the city due to the recession that's been going on now for over a year.
The next budget forum is this Wednesday night from 6 to 8 at Floyd Light Middle School.
Well, if you drive in North Portland, you may find yourself inconvenienced by Interstate Max construction over the next several days. Starting today, Portland Boulevard will be closed to traffic at Interstate Avenue while tracks are installed at that particular intersection. Westbound traffic will be detoured from Portland and Interstate to Lombard and Interstate. Eastbound traffic will be detoured to Ainsworth. The lane closures will last for 9 days, and the Max line, which is under construction, is scheduled to open in the year 2004.
A congressman says he has proof Enron executives misled their employees. Up next, we'll show you his proof.
And a key member of former President Jimmy Carter's administration has passed away. A look back tonight at the life and achievements of Cyrus Vance.
Do you have what it takes to become a rock star? Find out where to audition to become the next member of a very popular rock band.
And I'm Monica Guzza. Cooling off quickly tonight. What's going to happen next? Does this mean snow, maybe? Well, you'll have to find out in the weather forecast at 10:30.
Monday on UPN. They're slinging it.
You're the worst boss in the world.
Why don't you go cry to your daddy? Oh, wait, that's me. Get out. They're rocking it.
You're not one of those video hoochies, are you?
Depends on what videos you've seen.
They're working it.
You are not Destiny's Child, so Beyonce your butt back in there and change.
And they're kicking it with rap star Lil Kim.
You know I don't know rapping myself.
What? Catch the Hughleys, one-on-one, the Barkers, and Girlfriends.
Monday at 8 on KPTV, Oregon's 12.
No. Is it Dan calling to sympathize?
Hello?
Or Dave?
It's Dave.
Calling to rub it in. No now. Order caller ID, pay no activation fee, and get your first month free.
Game? What game?
spend my time being what I'm not. Just live my life with what I've got. Loving every minute of it, keep calling the shots. So yeah, right there, keep hitting the spot. True to myself, do it my own way. Don't give a second thought to what the others say. Totally focused when you see what you want, see what you get. Come on, we got the best yet. Just live your life.
Want more for less? Then you gotta get to DQ, where right now 99 cents gets you a mouth-watering DQ double burger, or get a peanut butter parfait, also just 99 cents. Got a buck? DQ something different.
Is it Ethan from the cafe?
Hello?
Or the Rickster from the bus?
Rickster from the bus.
No, now. Order caller ID, pay no activation fee, and get your first month free.
She's not home.
You're watching the 10 o'clock news.
More questions tonight about Enron, the energy giant which became the largest company in U.S. history to file for bankruptcy.
The Enron collapse threatens to hurt President Bush politically. Kelly Wallace has that story.
Democratic Congressman Henry Waxman sent a letter to Enron Chief Kenneth Lay Saturday questioning emails that Lay apparently sent to Enron employees in August, the day Enron's CEO resigned, saying, quote, "Our performance has never been stronger. Our business model has never been more robust." The emails were sent, according to Waxman, just 2 months before Lay called Treasury Secretary O'Neill and Commerce Secretary Evans to say his company was in financial trouble. Waxman tells Lay if the emails are genuine, quote, "They create the appearance that you misled Enron employees about the value of their investments." Waxman not only wants answers from Lay, but is questioning what the two cabinet officials and a top Treasury Department official, Peter Fisher, who was also contacted by an Enron executive, knew about the energy company's financial situation before it collapsed. The White House continues to say Bush advisors acted appropriately by not intervening to bail out the company.
American capitalism is not crony capitalism. In America, when a company makes a mistake, even when it's a big company, even when it's well politically connected, that company bears a responsibility for its decision.
But will this become a political issue this election year when control of Congress is at stake? Democrats face a delicate balancing act, pressing for answers without appearing too partisan.
I don't want a political or shouting match. I don't think that's good for the nation.
There are risks to Democrats. Along with Mr. Bush and Republicans, Democratic lawmakers also received money from Enron. And a top Democrat, former Treasury Secretary Robert Rubin, called Fisher at the Treasury Department last fall, asking if the administration planned to help Enron. But Democratic strategists say they still plan to use Enron to charge the Bush administration is a champion of special interests. And analysts say there could be a perception problem.
And the perception for the American people that the White House, that Republicans care a lot more about the interests of their corporate friends than they do about average Americans. And that's when it becomes a political problem for the White House.
But aides doubt this will be a political problem for Mr. Bush. Still, at a time when the administration wants to focus on its domestic agenda and the war on terror, it is forced to answer questions about Enron, taking the White House, it seems, off message for the first time since the September 11th attacks. Kelly Wallace, CNN, the White House.
In response to Waxman's letter, an Enron spokesperson says tonight it is no surprise, quote, that Mr. Lay's comments to employees in August would have reflected the same views that the company was expressing publicly at that time. That was, in fact, Enron's view of its condition back in August. We had 21 consecutive quarters of earnings growth behind us.
Cyrus Vance, Secretary of State during most of the Carter administration, died today. His son, Cyrus Vance Jr., says his father had long battled Alzheimer's disease. Cyrus Vance resigned as President Carter's Secretary of State after Carter approved a military operation for the rescue of hostages in Iran. That was back in 1980. Vance said he could not support such a plan, and sure enough, the operation ended in disaster. In a statement from former President Carter and his wife Rosalind, they said the world, that is, would miss Vance's humanitarian work and goodness. Cyrus Vance was 84 years old. A race against the clock for a terminally ill man to become a U.S. citizen. Canadian-born William Lease was naturalized this week in Portland. The elderly gentleman is suffering from the debilitating and terminal disease ALS, also known as Lou Gehrig's disease. Lease and his wife have been living in Oregon for years, and becoming an American was a lifelong dream.
He wanted to make sure that he got this done, and because he does have a terminal illness, we wanted to make sure that this could be taken care of as soon as possible.
Lisa's now unable to talk, but this machine helped him communicate his answers to the INS for the citizenship test. Lisa is the first ALS patient ever to receive this machine through Medicare. So,
Determined guy.
yeah.
Hope to see it go through. Well, the official Star Trek convention is beaming its way into Portland this weekend.
That's right. Up next, we'll show you where you can find rare collectibles and a chance to meet Lieutenant Reed and Trip Tucker.
And find out tonight why Prince Charles took his youngest son, Harry, to a rehabilitation clinic.
I'm Andy Carson.
And I'm Ken Ackerman. You could avoid the headache next week on Good Day Oregon and get a head start on your taxes. We're going to have some simple tips.
Plus, the creator of Survivor is at it again. Learn all about his newest project.
Also, Kelly Jo Phelps performs right here in our studio.
And we'll chat with some familiar faces, see what's happening with Patrick Swayze, Richard Simmons, and Angie Harmon next week.
Right now, you can save an extra 20 to 50% off our everyday low prices. So you'll find something that not only fits you perfectly, but your wallet as well.
The Men's Warehouse year-end sale.
You're going to like the way you look. I guarantee it.
What is this?
Thanks to Quest Security Screen, this is what you hear when an unidentified telemarketer calls. This is what the telemarketer hears.
If you are a solicitor, please hang up now.
Quest Security Screen works with caller ID to help stop unidentified telemarketers before your phone even rings. Order Quest Security Screen today and get 30 days free. Quest, ride the light.
Frontier's annual winter white sale is back. Low fares with no overnight or Saturday stay required. Buy your tickets by January 21st, fly by June 13th. But fares this low will go fast, so call today or book online and save another 10% on these fares.
Ground Zero, once a scene of great chaos and despair, now draws people from all over the world. A pilgrimage of sorts. After the break, stay with us.
Planning to sell your home or condo this year? You're probably wondering how much it's worth. You can find out free on the web at housevalues.com. So if you're planning to sell, visit housevalues.com today. That's housevalues.com.
I'm about to have a wild berry zinger. It's a Celestial Seasonings tea. The taste of those juicy wild berries really wakes you up. But there's no caffeine, so it won't keep you up at night.
Caffeine-free herb teas from Celestial Seasonings. Have a celestial night.
The woman was in the other room. She saw everything. Nobody knew about her, and they still don't.
Only one witness stands in the way of the perfect crime.
If they see you, they're going to kill you.
Gene Hackman.
I have to make my move before they make theirs.
Ann Archer.
This is my life.
Narrow margin.
Sunday at 5 on KPTV, Oregon's 12.
You know, when I had trouble sleeping, Mom used to give me a warm cup of the colored sugar water.
That was booze.
Everybody loves Raymond.
Sunday on KPTV, Oregon's 12.
0% financing has depleted Chevy inventories nationwide. But at Car Chevy World, we've got 8 city blocks with over 1,000 vehicles on site. And this weekend, during Car Chevy World's giant truck blowout, get our lowest prices ever. Plus, get 2002 cash back on every new Chevy. Like a 2002 Chevy Silverado half-ton pickup for just $13,995. The biggest selection of new Chevy trucks in the West. And 2002 cash back on every new Chevy. Hurry to Car Chevy World in Beaverton, where salaried salespeople see it your way.
Welcome back. The official Star Trek convention beams into town today and tomorrow. The event is being held at the Holiday Inn Portland Airport. There are celebrity speakers, a trivia contest, an auction, movie previews, and collectibles. And some came for the costume competition.
I get dressed up like this, and people like this young man here just get the big reaction, you know. They just love it, so. You know, and I become part of the show.
He steals the show, doesn't he? Tickets to the convention aren't cheap. $25 for adults. Children 7 to 12 years old are $10. 6 and under get in free.
The rock band Limp Bizkit is planning to give aspiring musicians the chance to join their favorite band. That is, of course, as long as their favorite band is Limp Bizkit. Now, the band has put out a nationwide casting call. It's looking for a new guitarist to replace Wes Borland, who left the band back in October. Auditions are going to be held in 22 cities, and Portland happens to be one of them. If you're interested, you can audition tomorrow between 11 in the morning and 5 in the afternoon. This is all taking place at the Clackamas Guitar Center. Limp Bizkit hopes to decide by next month which fan will be its new guitarist.
All right, good luck to them. Hey, Dan Christopherson has the night off. Adam Bjarnson now joins us with a look at sports. And Joey Harrington making big news again.
Yeah, well, a bit of a scare today for Oregon Duck fans, or, you know, even Joey Harrington fans in particular. The 77th annual Shrine Game took to Pac Bell Park in San Francisco today, an all-star game that helped showcase some of the finest that college football has to offer. And, of course, you just knew Oregon's Joey Harrington would be a part of it. East leading 3-zip in the first. Joey rolls out, finds TCU's Matt Schobel for a 23-yard gain. The drive would stall, and on the West's next possession, take a look at this. Harrington finding himself in a bit of a jam. This one, I'm going to guess, did not feel very good. Joey Harrington, a mild knee sprain on the play. Harrington, grimacing in obvious pain, hobbled off the field, would not return the rest of the day. Joey completing just that one pass on 5 attempts. His replacement, Stanford's Randy Fasani, playing in his own backyard. The Cardinal gunslinger would lead the West downfield, go across the grain, find Arizona State's Donnie O'Neal for the score. West going up 14-3, and Joey the spectator, glad to see that. Junction City native Zach Johnson, who plays for Air Force now, had a great day defensively for the West, picking up the sack of George Godsey right there. Tiny Deonce Whitaker, though, standing just 5'6", would play tall today. This is the second touchdown of the day for the back out of San Jose State. It capped off the day's scoring as the West goes on to win it, 21-13. Hey, Hot Shots tonight taking us down the coast and into Pauley Pavilion. #1 Kansas in town to face the 11th ranked Bruins, and the fans seemingly up for this one. Matt Barnes off the steal, reverse skates. He's going to get style points on this one. Barnes, a game-high 27. UCLA went up by 13. They'd extend that lead to 15 in the second half when Barnes finds Jason Capono for the bucket underneath. UCLA celebrating their first victory over a top-ranked team at home since 1986. 87-77, your final. All right, coming up in about 25 minutes, we're going to venture into some more Pac-10 play. The Ducks going for the Bay Area sweep, while the Beavs, well, they set out to avoid the sweep. So that's coming up.
Hey, Adam, good to have you here.
Thank
you. Thanks for being here.
And Harrington's okay, huh? Just a little sprain?
He said and that's exactly what he said afterwards. I am okay. I will be back.
He's going to say that because the draft's coming up, and he's expected to go high.
He's a lock in the top 3, sure.
All right, thanks, Adam.
Sure.
Thanks, Adam. Well, Britain's actually some very lucky aspiring photographers got a great lesson today from one of the finest. Today, this gentleman, Bill Livingston, one of our esteemed photographers, took some time out today to teach local kids about shooting video at the Oregon Zoo. One student says that she can now shoot better home movies thanks to Bill.
Fun. So, yeah, because my movies aren't usually very good, so my mom told me to take it because then we could watch the movies without, like, all the shaking and the moving too fast across the screen and stuff.
The Saturday Academy has been around since 1983, helping kids learn about various professions.
Bill's a good guy, too, by the way. The guy can shoot really well, too. We love that guy around there.
Too, good teacher.
They had a good teacher.
Britain's pot-smoking Prince is now coming clean.
Coming up, find out why Prince Harry spent some time at a rehab center. That and more when the 10 o'clock news returns.
Tuesday on UPN.
Fluffy.
Monsters.
I see a trick.
Magic.
She's with me.
And mayhem.
I'm counting on you to protect her.
Till the end of the world. If you don't have a slayer,
I won't let anything happen to you.
you don't have a prayer. Catch 2 full hours of Buffy.
Come and get it.
It's a night to die for.
No! No!
Tuesday at 8 on KPTV, Oregon's 12. Wednesday on UPN. Experience the first of 5 all-new Enterprise episodes in a row.
This ship isn't equipped to handle the threats we're coming up against. Just because we're not looking for a fight doesn't mean we'll run away from one. Humans don't give up easily.
Enterprise. UPN. Then, it came back to life to scare people to death. Hey! An all-new Special Unit 2. Wednesday at 8 on KPTV, Oregon's 12.
It's time you expected more from an insurance company. So call Progressive Auto Insurance, and we can give you our low price, plus the rates for up to 3 leading competitors. And that could save you hundreds.
We want you to save money, even if it's not with us.
It's time you expected an easier way to buy car insurance. Because at Progressive.com, you can get a quote and buy a policy instantly. In fact, our website is so fast and easy to use, it's been rated #1 4 times in a row. It's time you expected faster claim service. At Progressive, our immediate response vehicles can come right to you. They're like a claims office on wheels.
We make getting back on the road fast and easy.
Visit Progressive.com or call Progressive today. For fast, friendly service 24 hours a day. We want you to save money, even if it's not with us.
Okay, maybe we're not changing the world, but we are changing the way people buy car insurance.
You could start saving now. Call Progressive today or visit Progressive.com. Progressive, not what you'd expect from an insurance company.
How can you make unlimited wireless calls to home? How can you stay connected to family members on your plan without using up wireless minutes? Only Quest Wireless Shared Minute plans let you call home on your wireless phone without using plan minutes, plus make unlimited calls between plan members. Anything's possible when you have an advanced network and when the snow melts. Now 2 people can share 3,600 minutes for only $59.99 a month. Domestic wireless long distance included.
Welcome back. It's been 4 months since September 11th, and what was once a scene of great chaos and despair has become a place that draws people from all over the world.
Ground Zero has become a spiritual place for many. Lucky Severson has the story.
There are 1,000 reasons why people come here. It is both a spiritual place and a very civic kind of patriotic place.
Episcopalian rector Dr. Daniel Paul Matthews in the graveyard of St. Paul's Church, with Ground Zero behind it. The front of St. Paul's has become a shrine. Nicole Pope brought her children from Gainesville, Florida.
Why did you want to come here?
To pay respect and to honor the families that are left behind.
Impossible to look at what is a mass burial site of almost 3,000 souls and to absorb the enormity of what happened here. Steve Patno from Plattsburgh, New York, says he drew spiritual strength from this place.
I immediately felt empowered by it, strengthened by the fact that I could at least draw strength from my faith to try to, not really any understanding this, but just to try to cope with it.
This is a religious pilgrimage, and thousands of people are coming to this site, almost like going to the Canterbury Tales, in which people came to the shrine for all kinds of reasons, but they're seeking a blessing, and they're seeking to put their bodies into a kind of a religious place to be blessed by it and to bless it with their presence.
Lucky Severson reporting. Cleanup and recovery work at Ground Zero is far from complete, but architects and planners are now beginning to think about new construction on the site. One idea, still just a sketch, evokes church spires in homage to the now sacred ground. Others see a mix of buildings built around the old Trade Center foundation holes. The president of the Regional Planning Association thinks it'll be a full decade before reconstruction at the Ground Zero site is complete.
Monica Guzza now joins us for a look at weather, kind of a mixed bag today.
Yeah, a little bit of everything. We had some cool showers, a little bit of sunshine. In fact, this afternoon was actually beautiful.
There's a beautiful rainbow outside.
Yeah. Oh, I have a shot of it. Do you really?
I was hoping you
You'll
did.
see. Anyway, but it is cooling off out there. It's very, very chilly. In fact, why don't we just take a look at conditions outside? It cooled right off. It was 37 degrees right after sunset, and it has sort of just stuck right there for the past 3 or 4 hours. And the barometer is beginning to fall. Winds out of the west right now at 5 miles per hour. Why don't we take a look at the satellite? And here's what's going on. We had a cold front move through last night. You probably heard the rain showers around midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning. So most of the rain for the west side of the state was overnight. You can see we still have some clouds moving through right now. Most of the showers have cleared up. In fact, clear skies over in many portions of southern and eastern Oregon. Okay, here's the sunset that Anna was talking about. And actually, isn't this beautiful? It's actually a double sunset. Sunset. Rainbow. You know what a rainbow is? A double rainbow. You can actually see another one out there. And I actually have to thank the engineers. I had another shot set up for my time lapse, and they changed it and then called me and told me about it. But it was perfect because look what they got. This is just beautiful. But it's amazing. They never last very long, and very quickly this faded away, and we moved into sunset, and you could see the clearing skies. Here's a look at the Northwest Radar. Truly a beautiful sight, though. And showers throughout the early morning hours and eventually just beginning to diminish all the way away. And right now just seeing some snow up into northern Idaho and into areas of Montana. Otherwise very quiet throughout Washington and Oregon. Okay, 24-hour precipitation. A couple of showers overnight. Astoria over ½ inch. Brookings over ½ inch. Certainly much smaller amounts going into Newport and North Bend. Almost ¼ inch in Portland. So when it did rain, it rained quite hard. Salem over 1/3 inch, and even some showers stretching along the state line, and Baker City did get a trace. Everyone else pretty much stayed dry. Here's how things are going to look for about the next day and a half. Right now, dry skies. We do have an area of high pressure just off of the ocean, and that will help keep us dry as we go through tomorrow. Going to get a nice strong northerly flow that is bringing us that cooler air, and is also drier air. We'll start with a little fog in the morning going through the day. We may see some increased cloudiness, but I honestly think that we're going to clear out a little bit tomorrow afternoon, see partly sunny skies. A little cloudier and foggier, though, over in eastern Oregon. Then as we move into Monday, take a look at this. Low pressure begins to build in so that by 2 p.m. we're going to see some showers rotating over the mountains. I don't know if they're going to get all the way over into the western valleys, but we will certainly see some rain and snow showers in eastern Oregon, and certainly snow in the mountains. High temperatures today, pretty warm. Warmed up into the 50s, but cooled right off as we got into the evening time. Astoria, 49 for high. Brookings, 58. And a little cooler over in the east, but temperatures generally looking pretty good. Pendleton, 51, and Burns at 41 degrees. Okay, nationally, 46 degrees with snow showers in New York City today. Atlanta, 77. Definitely cool and snowy throughout much of the northern half of the U.S. Temperatures in the northern plains finally beginning to moderate after having record-breaking high temperatures midweek, and still nice and warm. Look at this, 74 in Phoenix, 50 degrees in Seattle, Anchorage 25, and snowing today. Tomorrow, North Bend and Coos Bay, some brief morning fog, otherwise mostly sunny for you. Newport, 47, partly sunny skies. Tillamook, Astoria, partly sunny by afternoon. Small craft advisory, not because of the wind, but because of the swell. It'll start out of the west at 12 feet and then diminish to 10 feet. Into the western valleys, things are looking nice. For those of you in Kelso, mostly cloudy, some partial afternoon clearing. Portland, we'll start with some fog. I expect us to clear off in the afternoon. Same situation with Salem, Corvallis, and Eugene, though. You're deep enough in the southern part of the valley that you may stay foggy and overcast throughout the day. Oregon Cascades, partly sunny skies. Look at the snow level, though, dropping all the way off to 3,000 feet. If we do see some showers Monday night, we may even see some snow in the lower elevation. Central and eastern Oregon looks like a mostly sunny day for just about everyone out there. Burns, Baker City do expect fog in the low-lying areas. Otherwise, partly sunny. LeGrand, partly sunny. Pendleton, partly sunny. Into the Columbia River Gorge, mostly sunny skies in the Dalles. Hood River and Cascade Locks, morning fog, afternoon sunshine. Some areas could stay socked in with fog throughout the day. Tomorrow morning, foggy, and then we'll clear off nicely. Winds out of the northwest, 5 to 10 miles per hour. Let's take a look at that 7-day forecast. And this is an interesting 7-day forecast. Monday, I expect us to develop a couple of showers because we're going to get that wraparound effect coming around from the east. And it is going to be chilly enough. There is a chance for some low elevation foothill snow Monday night. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday will be dry. Friday, rain. Saturday looks like a mix of rain and snow.
Monica, what about Monday for skiing? Any good?
It'll be excellent for skiing.
All right.
Yes, we've been getting some lovely snow today. It's going to stay nice and chilly, so it'll be powdery. Go get it.
Okay. Thanks, Monica.
Okay, according to a London newspaper, Prince Charles has taken his youngest son, Harry, to a rehabilitation clinic to show him the dangers of drug and alcohol abuse. This after the prince reportedly admitted to smoking marijuana and getting drunk. Marijuana use is illegal in Britain, and the legal drinking age there is 18. The newspaper reports that Harry was 16 when he confessed to his father last summer. There's no suggestion that the young prince needed treatment. He simply chatted with addicts at the clinic during a day-long visit to learn about the dangers of drugs.
Good lesson there. Adam Bjornson's joining us tonight for sports. Dan's off tonight. You're going to the Ducks, some hoops. Good game,
Time for
huh?
a little basketball, yeah. The sweet smell of success once again for the Oregon Ducks. You know, winning obviously cures all the time. The success of the Oregon Ducks, that is, sports program just continues to grow. A landmark victory today over Stanford. We're going to download those pictures coming up. Also, we're going to get you filled in on the rest of the day's activities, including the NFL playoffs, and find out why Shaquille O'Neal was just steaming mad tonight. It's all on the plate after Newsmakers.
And now Kurt Ludlow has a preview of what's coming up in Newsmakers.
With night vision technology, cars that can pepper spray vandals, cars that don't burn gas. I'm Kurt Ludlow. We'll take you to the Detroit International Auto Show later tonight on Newsmakers.
Hey, Boitano, LT, check it out. $1.
So what can you get for $1 these days? A phone call?
Your autograph?
Whoa, guys, wait. For just 99 cents, you can get great food. Like my new Big Cheeseburger. A big patty with 2 kinds of melting cheese for just 99 cents.
Sow cow.
As it has since our nation's birth, the Army National Guard stands ready to defend America. We are sworn to protect American soil, to support the American people. We combine our strength with the courageous men and women who serve as our firefighters, emergency medical specialists, our police officers, our doctors, and our fellow soldiers. Together, we are a symbol of America's resiliency and strength. The coming days will bring awesome responsibilities, but the Army National Guard will rise to the occasion. Millions of young Americans have faced equally daunting challenges in the past and succeeded. The people are the spirit of America. America, you can.
I'm Kimberly Moss. The loss of soldiers who fought for our country is hit close to home. Hear the latest in the war against terrorism and Operation Enduring Freedom, Monday on Good Day Oregon.
From KPTV, Oregon's 12, this is Newsmakers.
Good evening, I'm Kurt Ludlow. Put on your driving gloves and buckle up. We're taking you to the North American International Auto Show in Detroit. A lot of vehicles unveiled there this week, and we'll be taking a look at some of the most interesting new cars and trucks. We begin with reporter Jeff Flock and a General Motors car called Autonomy.
This hour we are out on the big stage at GM where they have just unveiled something pretty dramatic. They've been thinking outside the box here. Let's show you what that unveiling looked like just a little bit ago. I'm with Chris Baroni-Bird, who heads up a project at GM called the Autonomy Project. I know this is a lot to this, but boil it down for me. Why is this new and exciting?
Well, basically, it's the first time that anybody in the world has designed a vehicle around a fuel cell, rather than just putting a fuel cell in a conventional-looking vehicle, which has been what people have done up till now.
So this is a whole redesign of the car.
Yes, it's imagining a future where the fuel cell has taken over the IC engine. We'd be designing vehicles around a fuel cell.
Right behind me is this. This is the chassis, and this is the fuel cell, essentially.
The fuel cell, this chassis contains all of the hardware required to make the vehicle run and control and ride and handle.
So where is it? Is down beneath here that we're saying?
Yeah, the fuel cell and the hydrogen storage that's used to propel the fuel cell would be inside this section, and the controls would be there. And there is what we call an umbilical cord, or
this is where it plugs in?
Docking connection, where the body would dock to the chassis like a computer.
So essentially, you don't have the foot pedals like we knew them. You don't have internal combustion engine. You don't have anything like that.
And we don't have an instrument panel either. So yeah, this is very radical. Basically, because you've replaced everything with wires, you can sit wherever you like inside this vehicle. So if you're driving to work all by yourself, you might want to sit more in a central position, in a safer position, for example.
So you can move around.
You can move around. So in terms of the interior, you can sit wherever you like.
Before we get away here, how soon? I mean, you've been working on this project and for GM for just 18 months.
Yes.
How soon before this actually is available to people like me?
Well, by the end of this decade, we're shooting to have this ready for production. And we'll have a drivable version that's ready at the end of this year, which is a proof of concept to show that this concept is really workable.
Test it out by the end of this year. Chris Baroni-Bird, appreciate it very much. Obviously, thinking outside the box here at GM, something called Autonomy.
Pretty cool, huh? Daimler Chrysler has a cool concept car of its own, something that company is calling Crossfire.
Giving you a special look at a car this hour. Take a look at this one. It's called the Crossfire. In addition to being named for a CNN broadcast, it is also the progeny of the marriage of Daimler and Chrysler. And this is the chief operating officer of Daimler Chrysler. You're the guy who's in charge of making these sorts of combinations work. And this is the thing that has come of this merger, the first real thing. How's this work?
It works that we have combined the best of both worlds. On the one side, European, German technology, and on the other hand, Chrysler design.
Give me a spin around this car and show me what makes this special. First of all, what?
When we put on that vehicle the new Chrysler face, you see the typical Chrysler face as it will be in the future. Secondly, you can see 18-inch wheels in the front and 19-inch wheels in the back. These
big tires.
As big as it gets on a vehicle like that.
You've got something curious on the back end of it, too. Now, what is this that I'm seeing here, and what does this thing do on the tail end?
This is a deployable rear wing that comes out at 50 miles per hour to keep enough down pressure on the rear axle so you have enough traction when you're going to high-speed turns.
Mm-hmm. And lastly, perhaps, let's take a quick look inside the vehicle if we can. Go ahead and pop that door open. And what about that styling on the inside?
That styling is very close to the styling that was shown on the concept car just a year ago.
Yeah, this was just a year ago. This was a concept car.
Yes, that's right. We introduced that vehicle a year ago, and we put some jewelry in there to make it really precious, to make it elegant, to make it very stylish, and I think it worked out very well.
You know, part of the fun of visiting the auto show is getting to see cars of the future. Mazda's next car is incorporating a bit of its past, the rotary engine.
This hour I am down on the floor of the arena just joining the show, and there's something pretty exciting that we're looking at here. It's yellow. It is the Mazda RX-8. I am with the president and CEO of the company. There you go, Mark Fields. You're pretty excited about this.
We're very excited about it.
Tell me why.
Well, because the RX vehicle is what we're known for most of all throughout the world. It's our brand icon and very important to us.
Gotcha. Let's, you talk about sports cars. Let's look at how this opens up, because this is kind of a neat way that you get into this vehicle.
Well, Mazda is known for innovative approaches, and this is our freestyle door system, which this is a new proposition in sports cars.
So this opens wide.
Yes, and very important because it's a four-door sports car, which is going to create, in my opinion, a new segment.
So this means we can actually get in the back seat if we want to. And you were talking earlier about the room that this affords. Can we just go ahead and hop in there? I'm going to go ahead and hop in this side myself, and we'll go see how big this is. There is actually some room back here.
Yeah, this is meant to be for full four-size adults, not two adults and two small children.
Which is a little different for a sports car, because most people think we got a sports car, there's no room back here.
The difference here is this vehicle will drive like a two-seater sports car, but have a practical flair to it to accommodate for full-size adults.
Gotcha. I want to get back out again because there's one more thing, of course, that's key to this vehicle, and that's what's under the hood. We're going to pop it right now, but tell me what's down there. That's not a regular engine, right?
No, this is the rotary engine. It's Mazda's unique technology, and the difference in the rotary engine, it's light, it's compact, and it's extremely powerful. So it allows us, being so small, to do some very interesting and dramatic things with the styling.
So you decided to go back for the rotary?
Yes.
You have faith in that engine?
Absolutely.
Good deal. Those are the highlights. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it very much. Something sporty, but some room under there, and what's under the hood is kind of interesting, too.
When we come back, an SUV built by the U.S. Army. It can pepper spray, drop an oil slick, or fire a missile. Stick around. This is Newsmakers.
Will Elaine's new boyfriend measure up?
You think you're sponge-worthy?
Very sponge-worthy. On the next Seinfeld, tonight on KPTV, Oregon 12.
The hosts of Good Day Live talk about their show. It is very unedited.
I will say things on the show that I wouldn't say to my best friend in a darkened room.
I take more at home, if you know what I'm saying, and I think you do.
The show's called Good Day Live because it's actually live and it's in the day, and we hope it's good.
We're not for everybody. And that's the beauty, I think, of us.
You give us an hour, we'll give you a headache. Steve Edwards, Dorothy Lucy, and Jillian Barbary.
It's from news to nonsense.
Good Day Live. Weekdays at 10 on KPTV, Oregon's 12.
When I tried to make a call, I found I'd been disconnected.
Not having a phone was a huge hassle. Do you need a phone? Or has your phone been disconnected? Call 1-800-RECONNECT to get your phone service fast. There's no deposit, credit check, or ID required. And only $39 gets you talking again.
Thanks to Reconnects, my friends are just a call away.
And I'm back in touch with my family. Only $39 gets your phone service fast. Call 1-800-RECONNECT. That's 1-800-RECONNEX.
This basketball game is for the birds. Can the Ducks upset the Cardinal? The score and highlights coming up after Newsmakers.
If I could reach the stars, pour one down for you, shine it on your heart, so you could see the truth, that I could change the world. I would be the sunlight in your universe. You would think my love was really something good. If I could, I'd change the world. If I could, I'd change the world.
Everyone's jealous of Kelly's secret love.
Al, how come you never send me roses?
I like you, Peg.
Tonight on KPTV, Oregon's 12.
Welcome back to Newsmakers. I'm Kurt Ludlow. We continue our visit to the North American International Auto Show now. The Mini Cooper car is back. Remember that? Well, BMW has redesigned the car. It was really popular back in the 1960s. Here again is reporter Jeff Flock.
I come to you, as you might expect, from behind the wheel of a car, and not just any car, something special that maybe you remember. I know I do. If this looks familiar, it's because we've seen it before. Back in the 60s, this is the Mini Cooper. I'm with Jack Pitney, who is the general manager of Mini Cooper, and I have seen this before, haven't I?
Yes, you have. Actually, this car was sold in the U.S. between 1960 and 67, but only about 10,000 were sold here.
But this was, you told me, the most popular British car ever made?
Yes, 5.3 million were sold worldwide. Very popular in Europe and Asia.
Now, we've got old pictures that I know depict what it used to look like. I mean, the Beatles had them, right? The Queen, did she have one or something?
Absolutely. Ringo modified his to carry his drums. Everybody had one of these.
So the company falls on hard times. BMW buys it, and this is an all-new reintroduction of the Mini Cooper.
All new, thoroughly modern car, BMW engineering, build quality, but all the great bits from the Mini's past, still built in England.
Now, one of the things that the old classics, the center speedometer, that's a throwback to what?
That's a throwback to the Mini Cooper S that won the 1967 Monte Carlo Rally.
It was a race car.
Yeah.
There you go. Now, I know that's important. It's kind of a race car again because under this hood is something that's pretty powerful. The idea behind this, now that BMW has it, is BMW engineering in some ways with this old classic design, right?
Yeah, if there's something we know a little about, it's building engines and cars.
What do you got in here?
This is a 1.6-liter supercharged engine, 163 horsepower, 0 to 60 in 6.9 seconds.
Wow.
This is a lot of fun.
So this thing can cook out there on the road.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Now, okay, cost. And how soon can I get this?
Less than $18,000, and we launched this March.
Okay, and I understand you have waiting lists already at the dealership?
Yeah, actually, we've got some great waiting lists. There's a lot of pent-up demand for the car. We're really looking forward to it.
And quickly, before we get away, what were you telling me about the Mini skirt?
Oh, the famous British designer Mary Quant so fell in love with her Mini when she was living in England that she designed a skirt, and she called it the Mini skirt.
Now you know. That's where the Mini skirt came from. Cool car, something that I remember, maybe you remember as well.
Well, SUVs have been on the roads for quite a few years now, but there is a new one on the block, and this one comes from Volvo, the first SUV ever made by that company.
You know, you may have thought that everybody made an SUV. Well, at least until today, it was everybody but Volvo. I want to show you what happened over in the arena, not too far from where we stand right now. A little earlier today, it was the unveiling of the Volvo XC90. Now, Volvo in the SUV game. I'm with Christer Gustafsson, who is in charge of safety for Volvo. You said that you didn't care about being first. You just wanted to be best in something.
Yeah, you know, we have a long tradition in safety at Volvo, and if we do develop a car like this, of course, we will keep our leadership in safety.
Now, I want you to show me some of the features on this, so take me inside this car. And in terms of the safety features, what have you got in here in terms of protection?
One example is the inflatable curtain, which is activated inside and back, but in rollover as well, in order to protect the occupant
So
from the impact of the interior.
It comes down from the ceiling and even in the back seat, correct?
In the back seat.
Wow,
yes.
that's a lot of airbags.
Yeah.
Now, another little feature, what's this middle seat do? This is for kids, right?
It's for kids.
Show me how that works.
Children's safety is as important as for adults, and by adjusting this, you move the children closer to the parents, which they find very comfortable. And
so when you're on long trips, they can interact a little more easily.
That's what we know children will do.
And if you don't want to interact, you've got some entertainment up there, too.
Yeah.
Now, I know one thing, you may be the last in the SUV game, but in some sense you're the first, because your CEO showed us a picture over there of an old vehicle. It's a yellow one. What was that now?
Military purpose.
You built that when? Back when? In the 40s, was it?
Back in the 40s, yeah.
Is that right? That's,
yeah.
Well, okay. So instead of being last in the game, in fact, Baldo is first in the SUV game. I'd like to get one of those old.
Yeah, I would too. Finally tonight, something you've just got to see. The U.S. Army has rolled out a brand new truck. Looks like a standard pickup, but it is chock full of some high-tech features.
Since we have saved the best for the last of our coverage here at the North American International Auto Show, you might wonder what, in some sense, was the most exciting vehicle we saw. Well, it wasn't built by Ford or Chrysler or GM or the rest, but in fact built by the U.S. Army. Take a look at this. It's something called Smart Truck. You know, the automakers often give something called a handout tape. That's some videotape of their vehicles in action. The U.S. Army didn't give just a handout tape. It gave out something on the order of a full-length movie. Let's take a look at a little bit of that. This is some of what this Smart Truck can do. In a scenario where a U.S. embassy was under attack in some sense, this vehicle had the ability to pepper spray demonstrators outside the embassy. It has electrified door handles in case somebody tried to break in, capable of fogging pursuers, of laying down an oil slick. It has night vision capability. It has blinding lights. And in this movie, someone with a rocket launcher in a car is foiled by large road tacks that come out. You even have grenade launcher in this.
Absolutely.
Dennis Wynn directs this entire program that put this together.
Yes.
Is this all for real, or is that a movie?
No, this is for real. Other than for the laser gun that you see in the movie, everything is operational here and working.
Show it to me.
If we look around, you can see, for instance, these little nozzles.
That's the pepper
are
spray.
the pepper spray.
Gotcha.
What you see here is the night vision that pops up and gets out of the way if we need it or not, so that we can be inconspicuous.
What's this up here?
This is a representation of the laser gun with the percussion grenades that come out of that launcher. Right here is a camera. We're basically now seeing the cameras that are giving us all four around. So now we can know who's around us, who's behind us.
I've got to ask you, how close is this to being reality? Because you're telling me that this prototype is reality already.
All these pieces, if needed to be, can be put together. Now, is that happening? Without going into any kind of classified material or such, I would just tell you that we will be looking at how we can protect the homeland in this war on terrorism.
In some sense, the most excitement at the auto show, not by any of the U.S. or automakers for overseas, but by the U.S. Army in this vehicle back here. That is the latest. Jeff Block reporting, CNN, from the North American International Auto Show.
And that's it. Happy driving. That is Newsmakers for this Saturday night. Thank you for joining us. The 10 o'clock news continues in just a moment.
The woman was in the other room. She saw everything. Nobody knew about her, and they still don't.
Only one witness stands in the way of the perfect crime.
If they see you, they're going to kill you.
Gene Hackman.
I have to make my move before they make theirs.
Ann Archer.
This is my life.
Narrow Margin.
Sunday at 5 on KPTV, Oregon's 12.
Monday on UPN. They're slinging it.
You're the worst boss in the world.
Well, let's go cry to your daddy. Oh, wait, that's me. Get out. They're rocking it.
You're not one of those video hoochies, are you? Depends on what videos you've seen.
They're working it.
You are not Destiny's Child, so Beyonce, your butt back in there and change.
And they're kicking it with rap star Lil Kim.
You know I don't know rapping myself. What?
Catch the Hughleys, one-on-one, the Barkers, and Girlfriends.
Monday at 8 on KPTV, Oregon's 12.
Tuesday on UPN.
Buffy.
Monsters.
Want to see a trick?
Magic.
She's with me.
And
mayhem.
I'm counting on you to protect her.
Till the end of the world. If you don't have a slayer,
I won't let anything happen to you.
you don't have a prayer. Catch 2 full hours of Buffy.
Come and get it.
It's the night
I have to
die for.
No, no.
Tuesday at 8 on KPTV, Oregon's 12.
I'm sick of this. I'm sick of dealing with you. I'm sick of...
I work 6 days a week. Who do you think you are?
Don't you ever talk back to me again! You just shut up!
What are you crying about?
What a child learns about violence, a child learns for life. Teach carefully. We can show you how. Act against violence. Call 877-ACT-WISE for a free brochure.
Conference play picking back up for both the Ducks and the Beavers today as they swapped Bay Area opponents. First up, Oregon, who set out to end a 10-game losing streak to the Stanford Cardinal. It's off to the pit. We do extend. Freddie Jones coming up, going to be putting the quack attack up early with a little dipsy-do. Stanford would counter with All-American Casey Jacobson. He would hit for 22 in the first half, finishing with a career-high 32. The Ducks, they had a pretty good presence down low tonight. Chris Christopherson with 2 of his 16 on the night. He's no relation to our own Dan. They would even dial up from outside. Luke Ridenour sticking the 3-ball. Ducks had a 9-point lead in the second, and Luke Jackson, well, he seemingly could not miss. He had a team-high 27 tonight. Ducks now 12-4 with the upset special, 87-79 over number 4 Stanford. Oregon could possibly break into the top 25 this next week. Up the road in Corvallis, the Beavs went after Dennis Gates and the Golden Bears of Cal. Gates, the uncontested layup there. Then it's Jamal Sampson cleaning up on the glass. Oregon State, though, sticking around as they should. They actually led by 1 at the half. In the second, Jimmy Haywood running and finding Brian Jackson, the kid out of Napa who rocks the rim. Jackson with 16 to lead OSU, but the Beavs go ice cold from then on, scoring just 2 points in the final 7+ minutes. Cal takes it 61-53. Next stop, the Stott Center. Joel Sabatka's PSU Vikings welcoming in Montana tonight, and the Grizz were shooting lights out. David Bell with one of 11 Grizzly threes in the first half, folks. They would lead big at the break. The Vikes made a spirited comeback. Kevin Briggs picking up the rock and taking it right in for the deposit. It was too little too late, though, for PSU. Montana takes home the 99-88 win. On the women's end of the spectrum, Oregon State runs past Cal tonight, 80-52. The Lady Ducks will try for the road upset of number 4 Stanford tomorrow. Elsewhere tonight, Portland lost by 5 at Santa Clara, and PSU falls on the road to Montana, 70-51. Well, after taking 3 of 4 games on the road this week, the Blazers are back in town. They're now going to play 5 of their next 6 at the Rose Garden starting tomorrow when they welcome in Cleveland. Big news out of the Windy City tonight. Lakers in town to face the Bulls, and if there's one guy you just do not want to tick off, it's got to be Shaq, the big fella, infuriated by Brad Miller's foul, throws 2 roundhouse punches at him, one of them connected. 4 players getting pink slips tonight. Shaq facing an automatic 1-game suspension. Lakers actually lose it in overtime to the Bulls, 106-105. As we told you earlier in the show, Oregon's Joey Harrington went down today with what has been described as a mild knee sprain. It occurred midway through the first quarter at the East-West Shrine game. Now, it was not serious, and Joey should be able to participate in the Senior Bowl on January 26th. Well, led by a couple of local Bay Area guys, the West went on to beat the East 21-13. Stanford's Randy Fasani filling in for Harrington, completing 12 of 16 passes for 87 yards, and that score to ASU's Donnie O'Neal. San Jose State's Deonce Whitaker got into the end zone twice, promptly named the game's offensive MVP. Of note, Oregon's Maurice Morris, just 2 carries for 2 yards. Well, just dub it the survival of the fittest. The NFL playoffs officially getting underway today with 2 wild-card games, and it was deja vu all over again for the 4 participants. We begin in Oakland, where the Raiders were out to avenge last week's loss to this very Jets team, and it was a pair of former 49ers helping the Silver and Blacks cause Jerry Rice becoming the oldest player ever to catch a touchdown in the postseason. 9 grabs, $183 for Rice. Then Charlie Garner busted off with the 2nd longest run in postseason history, 80 yards to the house. Oakland rolls up more than 500 yards total offense, and the Bjarnson household thrilled tonight. Raiders win at 38-24. They are off to New England next weekend, and over on the right coast, the Bucs and Eagles hooking up for the second straight week. Tony Dungy may not see another day in Tampa, but early on, he had to like this Dexter Jackson pick. All right, who am I kidding? This was all Philly, folks. Donovan McNabb picking apart the punchless Bucs today. Chad Lewis, the receiving end right there. And for the second straight season, the Eagles ending Tampa's season 31-9. Philly's off to Chicago next week. And finally tonight, the other Blazers taken to the Rose Garden tonight. This group hailing from Kamloops, pick it up in the second, tied at 2 as they help fight along there. Jacob Plepson with the centering pass. Josh Olsen waiting on the doorstep. That's his 24th of the year, and they would add a couple more along the way. Winterhawks getting back on track with the 5-3 win tonight. More than 8,000 fans on hand out there at the Rose Garden tonight. It's always great to see.
Good crowd.
Yeah.
There's a lot of fighting going on in sports today.
Yeah, there was. Sure. You're going to have a 7-day look for us?
Yes, and tomorrow's going to be dry. It looks like we could see a mixed precipitation on Monday, dry through the rest of the week, and then more precipitation just in time for the weekend.
All right, thanks. Have a good night. We'll see you tomorrow.
Good night.
Let's go. Discover why TV Guide calls
Illustrated every Sunday at 5:30 on Coin TV.